Welcome back, travelers. I went ahead and did a little off-camera gathering, but more importantly, last time we left off, we were killing the biological horrors, and you can see I've got a couple of stacks of 100 of this rancid flesh, and we also have 13 total larval cores. Now, I said before that these are actually fairly valuable if you go ahead and sell them. Oh yeah, I also got some emerald, which is exactly like this indium, a really rare material, so it's cool that I found some, and I'm going to save it for later. Let's see, where's my stuff here? If you try putting rancid flesh in, that doesn't do anything, which means this is essentially only used in the nutrient processor, which I've never used, or you just sell it, which this right here for a stack of 100 is over 500,000 units, so definitely going to sell that. These larval cores, a stack of 10 is almost 700,000 units. However, these ones, when you stick them in here, you can see it's a 1 to 50 ratio. For every one larval core, I get 50 nanite clusters. So if I smelt this stack of 10, which I'm going to do, boom, 500 nanites just like that. Go ahead and do it with these 3 as well. There's another 150. And I didn't need to put all that fuel in the portable refiner. That's fine. I did move myself from where I was fighting the biological horrors. And we're now at another one of these little outposts. That way I can sell this rancid flesh instead of having to walk around for a while with it on my person. Oh, and right there, I got one of the microprocessors I needed just from opening up one of these boxes. So, that's awesome. If you recall, last episode, we were trying to unlock the ability to make, I believe it's called antimatter housing. Yeah, we need antimatter housing in order to finish off. Or I guess we need to make the hyperdrive to then be able to make the fuel for the hyperdrive, which then teaches us the recipe to make the antimatter housing. So that's what the goal was. So that is what we will be trying to achieve today. Shouldn't be too hard, just need that one microprocessor, and maybe I will just purchase it, because I believe there should be a shop right inside here. Let's go take a look. Or maybe I'll get really lucky and one of these boxes will have a microprocessor in it, who knows. Let's see what weapon we have. This is a C-class. It has a plasma launcher, which is kind of cool. I don't have access to the plasma launcher yet. And it's not that expensive. 89,000. I'm about to make a cool million, so I'm going to go ahead and buy this. And then, again, because I switched, or because I purchased a multi-tool, I need to switch my multi-tool back to the one that I'm actively using. Let's make some money. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, this is interesting. If I had a lot of money, you could buy 124 of these for 13 million, which for me right now is a lot, but in reality, that's actually not that much. I don't really have the room for it, though, so we're going to leave that alone. I'm going to go ahead and get that last microprocessor I need. Oh, I don't need another one. And let's go ahead and sell. What do I have on me that I can get rid of? So we've talked a little bit about the, I think, I don't know what you'd call these. I mean, this one specifically a Gek relic. I have another one, Vy'keen effigy. These are the little items that we can give to a member of that race to increase our standing with them. There are another set beyond that, and that's what... Oh, I thought it was on me. It's in my... Oh, oops. right here, this Geknip. And where was the other one? And the Vy'keen dagger. That's almost like a step up from the like these relics, where there are certain circumstances in which you can give one over. I haven't really encountered it all that frequently, but I'm keeping them in case I need them at some point. I just don't have the inventory space to keep them on me for when one of those events occurs. Okay, back to what I was doing. We are selling all of the rancid flesh for 1.8 million. That's for just under 300 units. So definitely a good way to make money early. I'm now sitting over 2 million units. That feels good. Now, remember, we spoke to a technology merchant before to purchase blueprints. That's where we got the advanced mining laser. He will have all of the same exact technology that the other one had. I believe it's system-based, so if you're in a system and you buy all the technology from one of these remote technology merchants, you're not going to find any new ones from them, I think. Take that with a grain of salt. I don't have too much experience in juggling different systems. Like I said before, I've really only ever been to 2 in any other save file I've done, so I don't know that for a fact. But while we're here, that's right, I can go ahead and stick the microprocessors in place. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else that I really need to make. This one wouldn't be bad to have. That one wouldn't be bad to have. Anything else I needed for my multi-tool? I guess I can just kind of leave this stuff alone for now. One thing I definitely want to do is once I start getting more inventory spaces, I definitely want to make more money. Once I make more money, I also want to take time, again, probably off camera, just gathering and getting a bunch of upgrades. So the electronic life form is agitated and perhaps in pain. Their body buzzes and small arcs of electricity jump between their mask and shoulders. They jolt and shake. They need help. Unknown life form. Korvax shell power something. Help entity to something. Ehu. They reach out a hand as if they want to shake mine. I instinctively raise my arm in response, but common sense advises caution. I'm thinking based on the electricity they need to, like, discharge some, which probably means that what they want to do is touch me to discharge it, but at the same time, it's probably going to hurt. But if I pull back, I don't know if they're going to think that's, like, insulting or something, so I'm just going to go ahead and risk it. Power arcs from the life form leaping from their metal joints and flowing straight through me. The pain is intense. With the overload discharge, the Korvax looks far more comfortable. They waft away the smell of burned flesh and present me with a gift. Okay, so I just took some major shield damage for a crappy upgrade module. Another pulse engine module. Oh well. Okay, so we've gone ahead and we have finally finished the hyperdrive for our ship. But now, I believe we need to find the antimatter recipe. So, do I have a... Oh, it just wants me to return to the ship. So we're going to climb in and see what happens.
Auto diagnostics report. Hyperdrive successfully installed. Hyperdrive fuel status empty.
My hyperdrive is complete. Perhaps I really will find answers out there amidst the stars. But without warp cells, I will be going nowhere. I need to find a source of antimatter. We are going to tune our scanner to antimatter. Search for antimatter traces with the Starship scanner. C. Okay. So I hit the C button to scan. Now it wants me to take off. Atmospheric interference detected. We need to perform a planetary scan, so I need to actually go up into space. Okay. And now that I'm up here, I don't need to be looking anywhere specific, I don't think. I think if I just hit C, it sends out a pulse. That's kind of that white line right there. Antimatter detected, target locked. Let's see where it says. Ah! It's on my planet. So let's just warp over there. Oh, it's not on my planet. It's on an unknown, undiscovered planet. Okay, this is cool. New planet. I can get behind this. Now, because this is a scalding planet, I know previously for the last few episodes we've been hanging out on either the space station or the Paradise planet, which doesn't have hazards, but because we're coming to a scalding one, it's probably just going to be high temperatures all the time. So if you're like me, check your sodium, make sure you got enough. This is kind of funky. Jutting rocks. Now, just like previous missions, this antimatter trace right here, it says right under the waypoint, it is an approximate location, which means that if we land right on top of it, we're going to have to run around and search a little bit to actually find the source of antimatter. So instead of landing right on top of it, what I want to do is I kind of want to look around just a little bit, see if there's kind of anything that sticks out to me. Like this building right here. So maybe I'll land over there. I could be completely wrong, completely off base. Oh, this is another one of the alien, the abandoned location ones. Which, I mean, I guess that's good, because I could get more nano... Whoa. That guy's cool. Man, some of the aliens are like just wild. Come on. Oh. Very nice, very nice. Okay, how many... Oh, did I just see one? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Man, this one's got some funky fauna on it. Let's see. Oh, there's 15 on this planet? That's insane for it being a scalding... Man, these guys are freaky. For being a scalding planet, these are interesting. Okay, we've got some rare ones. We've got diurnal, we've got nocturnal, we've got underground, underwater. Okay, so 3,750 nanites, though, is pretty good. If oh, wow, it got dark. It's pretty good if I take the time to actually locate them, so I will definitely do that. Maybe not immediately, but at some point in the near future. Oh, these were the rare guys on the other planet. Or they look like they're... What are you? Oh my god, you're adorable. Hold on. Hold on. Stop everything. Look at him. Oh, that's adorable. I mean, the eyes are kind of freaking me out, but that's cute right there. That's cute. Okay. Wow, these environments are awesome. Like, look at this. This is really cool. Just these glowing plants and things. That's awesome. Ooh, okay. We are going to take a, what are you? Just a rock? Oh, these aliens are so cool. Look at him. Blob. We're going to take a small side quest here. These are metal fingers. This is another one of those rare nodes that you can find on a planet. Specifically, the metal fingers are, well, it's exactly what it sounds like. They almost look like fingers coming up out of the ground. They're made of metal. The important thing, though, is that they're made of rare materials. So this one right here is gold. Wow, there's a nice collection here. Gold and uranium, I believe, are the two metals that they can be made out of. Uranium we've already covered, being really important for fuel. Gold is important for either repairing ships, or there's a couple other uses, I believe, that they have. But let's go ahead and harvest all of these. This is where I'm really going to have to balance the heat mechanism of my multi-tool, because these things are kind of hard to break. But if we let the multi-tool really heat up, it cuts through them a little bit faster. Look at that, 479 uranium. Oh, I overheated. Darn. Eventually I will get some mining upgrades that make it so that it just takes longer for your multi-tool to overheat, and then it's a lot easier to stay in the hot zone. But for now I just have to carefully balance how long I'm using my beam in any one sitting before letting it recoup some of its gauge. See, now just like that, that was one area of the metal fingers. I had no gold and no uranium on me to start with. Maybe I had a little gold. Can't quite remember, but I definitely know I didn't have uranium on me. That almost got me 3,000 units of uranium. So, in addition, I got more uranium from those metal fingers than I did actually getting the nodes of uranium, like the actual need to terraform the Earth because uranium. So that right there shows you kind of how valuable the metal fingers can be. Let's look over here. Looks like we have 2 of these crash ships side by side. I guess it's damaged machinery. They look like space pods. They look like jettisoned pods. They have nanites in them. They give me the slime, which gives me even more nanites. And here's my, here it is. Also, I don't think I talked about it directly, but these salvage data that you can see up in the corner, it's ticking upwards. It gave me 3 from that one node. I believe a node can give you anywhere between 1 to 4, and I had a working theory that the amount that it gave you was dependent upon how deep it was buried in the ground. I don't believe that that's actually true. Sometimes I find them on the surface and they give me 4, and sometimes I dig for the ones that are really buried and they give me 1. So it might just be completely random, and the amount you get is random between 1 and 4. But if you know different, let me know in the comments, because, like I said, I thought that it was more the deeper it was, but maybe there's another criteria. What are you? You are a starship that someone is actively flying that is stuck in the environment. That's what I'm seeing. Yep. That's an A-rank ship right there. That's a good captain. Also, I like this ore vein that's just sticking out of the side of this hill. Huh. Okay. Man, so some of these fauna. What did I just see? You? Another little hopper guy. Oh my goodness, look at him. Look at him. It's like if an anglerfish and a rabbit had a baby. Disgusting. Alrighty, well, I was in the right place. The antimatter trace is coming from inside the building. Let's see, we can't open that. Let's go ahead and get those. Let's grab the research specimen. Don't need any health. Alrighty, corrupted terminal. What do we got? Got some goo, that's what we got.
Terminal online. Selecting key. Decrypting. Success.
Terminal is clogged with an unnerving, pulsating slime. Nevertheless, it appears to function. As I touch the input panel, the alien substance reacts violently. I make a note to avoid getting closer. The device opens, revealing a single, unblinking crimson eye. It prints out a blueprint for antimatter, accompanied by a strange message.
You will find us when the time is right.
16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16.
No idea what the 16 is about, but that's like the 3rd or 4th time in the game that we've had a reference to it, so... Antimatter. We can make antimatter with some chromatic metal and some condensed carbon. Perfect. So, let's make us some antimatter. Antimatter is one of those that you can only store a certain amount of, so I only made the one. Craft antimatter, assemble the antimatter housing. So this is where we finally unlock the recipe for antimatter housing. This is the important thing for getting the exosuit upgrades, which I will cover soon. Let's go ahead and make antimatter housing. And I can go ahead and put away the uranium and the gold that I have on me. Okay, and so now, I think it's just going to tell me to, yeah, craft a warp cell. Okay, so I go back here. I can craft a warp cell. Although, don't I already have a warp cell? I do, I actually have a couple of warp cells. Well, whatever. I can then make one, store it, and now, with the hyperdrive, you just take a warp cell, pop it on. One warp cell only gives 25 charge, so that's why it used up all three for 75%. There is another fuel type. You can use a warp hypercore, which I believe fully charges it completely, but we don't have the recipe for that. That's something that I'm going to have to work on. The next step is pretty much as far as I've ever gotten in the story. It's not 100% where I've gotten to, but this is the step where we jump to a new system. I believe what I'm going to do is I would very much like, before really progressing the story, there's a couple of things that I want to do, but they don't necessarily need to be, you know, a major part of an episode. I'll probably just create a quick montage, essentially, where I'd like to go through the remaining planets, including the one that I'm currently on, and I would like to finish finding all of the fauna that's on the planet so that I can get the maximum amount of nanites. I want to take some time to be able to upgrade my inventory space. I think I want to get a couple more starships, which involves getting more money. So I think what I'd like to do is I'm going to progress the story, warp to another system. We'll move it along a little bit, not too much, and then I'm going to wind up coming back here, and maybe we'll take an episode where we explore the remaining planets, find the rest of the fauna, grind out some stuff, talk about the various things that we can grind at this juncture, and then we'll go from there. Then it's into the unknown, because I don't know what's beyond that point. Let's go ahead and... There is also one other thing that I've been meaning to do. I've kind of wanted to go with a sort of theme for this game, because, like I said, I'm not big on naming all of the fauna or the planets, but the stuff that I actually own, my starship, for example, my multi-tool, I kind of want that to be a little more personal, you know, because it's my stuff. So I've been trying to figure out exactly what sort of naming structure I want to go with, and I figured that since I'm coming off of Monster Hunter, I think it would be cool if I had a fleet of ships and each one was named after, say, a large monster. Maybe specifically elder dragons. Maybe it's color-coded, you know? So I'm still sort of deciding on some of the details, but one thing that I've known pretty much since I started this series was Radiant Pillar BC1 doesn't really fit if I want everything to be thematic for Monster Hunter. So instead, this is going to be the Rathalos. Since he has to be in every single Monster Hunter game, my ship is now called the Rathalos. If you have any good ideas for what my naming structure should be for things like my multi-tools, because I will probably get more than one, I'll probably only use one or two primarily, but I'm still deciding on things. Or if I get a ship at some point and don't know what to name it, maybe I'll put it up to comments to see what you guys think the ship should be called. Okay, interstellar travel. The Galactic Map offers a wealth of information about nearby planetary systems. Browse nearby systems or available routes to choose your next destination. So, if you're in space, which I am, we can now warp to a new system by accessing our galaxy map, which is as simple as opening your quick menu, click Galaxy Map, and now here I am. And we can actually see the system that I started in is kind of a good one. Let me hit the R key here. The race is Korvax. This system has a high-tech economy, which is 3 stars, which is kind of awesome. It means, I mean, you can see it right there. The sell price is a lot higher, the buy price is a little bit lower, and there's a lot of supplies. That being said, there's also a critical conflict in this region, so I haven't really experienced any of that yet, but this was a good system to start with. Now, I'm kind of entering free mode here. So this right here was my system, but every single one of these stars that you see, this is a system. I can go to a lot of them. Now, as you can see right here, it says anomalous signal blocking warp. I can't actually get to this system because it is, I believe this is considered a red system, and I don't have the proper engine to get us there. But other ones, like this one, this is outside of our jump range. We do have a limited range to be able to jump. This is our, if I can move slower, if I can move slower. Jeez, this is our system, and we have a line pointing us up to this system. This is also run by the Korvax, and I can't see the economy or the conflict data. I don't have the upgrades for my ship for that yet. But this looks like a good system to jump to, especially since the line seems to be taking me there. You can see we've got a line that's like dragging me all the way over to here. And I believe ultimately the goal of the game is to get to the center of the galaxy, which, like, is a really, really, really long way away. Like, okay, I was kind of partially joking. I was just gonna, like, you know, take a couple seconds, get to the galactic core, say this is really far away. No, I'm going as fast as I possibly can. And I'm still 680,000 light years away from the galactic core. Every single one of these stars is a system. Every single one. So there are, I'm not even sure I have the correct unit of measurement to describe how many planets, how many systems exist in this game. And this is also just one galaxy. I believe there's 256 galaxies that you can be a part of, if memory serves. So this is unreal. The absolute scale of this is like unreasonably huge. Absolutely massive. Like, I guess I'm assuming I'm supposed to be going towards the bright light. Maybe I should head straight at it, but this is, wow. I'm really glad the scale is as big as it is, because I can kind of be a completionist when it comes to video games, and this is a game that there is just, it's impossible. There's no way I'd be able to visit every single star system, every single planet. But for the purposes of our journey, I'm definitely going to stop in the systems that I stop into, and I'm going to explore them. For the nanites from scanning, for material that we may need. I could hold this button probably for the next hour, and I'm not going to get to the galactic core. 73,000 light years away from that one star that I was looking at. This is absolutely massive. I think I've made it almost a sixth of the way to the galactic core from where we started. So this is huge. I can't get over it. I'm gushing about it now. This is just like unbelievable. Anyway, if you are doing like me and you have flown yourself, oh yeah, and there's also up and down, you know? Like, I was going in a straight line to the center. Guess what? There's up and down, which doesn't mean much in space, but for our three-dimensional brains, galaxies are thick. It's not just... Good lord. I can't even. What are you? What I find weird is that every single one of these stars is populated by a race. I mean, I get it. You don't want to have, like, a completely barren system, but, like... You think you'd find a dead one. Oh! Maybe there are dead ones. Look at that. It says race data unavailable. So maybe either I don't know the race that's there, or maybe there isn't a race there. I have no idea. Anyway, if you're like me and you've now gotten lost in the galaxy of your save, all you have to do is hit a button. In my case, it's backspace, and it takes me back to where I was. So we don't have to run all the way back, or I guess fly through space all the way back. Let's go ahead and enter free look again. Okay, we're actually going to do a jump to the Antimatter system. And we can see here a little bit. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets in this system, maybe. Let's go ahead and give her a warp. Ooh. Now I'm in green space. And whenever you warp to a new system, you wind up somewhere near the space station. Whoa.
Starship monitoring system reports error. Guidance system malfunction. Searching for other routes. Searching. Searching. Obtained. Destination in 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16. ALS. Accept new guidance.
Let's go ahead and accept it.
Guidance accepted. Plotting route.
Okay. So it looks like it wants me to go to that planet. And again, we're in a new system now. So if you check your information, we can see some of the systems that I may have been close to and scanned. You can see, like, these ones were previously discovered. So they're close to the area, but they're not undiscovered. This one was discovered by Yakub 224, and this one by Teza. So, but this is the one that we started in, and this is the one that we just came to. This is also a brand new one that's untouched by player hands. Korvax is the dominant life form. Conflict level, I believe, is less than what it was in our previous system. Yeah. And this is also an ore extraction economy satisfactory level. Before we do anything, I'm going to hit up the space station so that we can activate the teleporter, and then I'll be able to teleport between systems. Ooh. I'll be able to teleport between systems as opposed to needing to use warp fuel all the time. This is another asteroid debris field, but this one is slightly special. If you haven't noticed, some of the rocks that are in this asteroid field are spiky. And the spiky rocks, I believe, contain rarer material like platinum. Don't quote me on that. We're going to find out together. I'm going to aim specifically at the pointy ones. Let's see, are there any more close by? Gold nugget. Oh, there's a space storm again. See? That's weird to me. It's gotta mean something. Right there, I got some platinum for breaking one of them. Platinum's a little bit more rare, but it's also helpful for, again, ship reconstruction. So the fact that I've got a nice system that has free platinum in space, I may mine some of that at some point once I get some more storage capacity in my ships. I like the black and gold color scheme. And purple. Purple lights, that's kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going to go through and talk to everybody again. I believe this guy's not going to give us anything. Yep, not going to give us anything. That is the point of sale. Here we have the teleporter, which now, you see, I can warp to the other system, or I can warp to my other base. So if you want, I can just see other space stations, just bases, or everything. I'm glad I activated that. Here's our cartographer. And he should have all of the exact same charts, all for the exact same prices. There's not really anything different here. Same shipbuilding stuff. You have the same fossil guy, the same gray market guy. I don't remember there being a sign on the other one. Maybe there was, but that's kind of cool. Let's talk to the envoy. Okay, now this one, he's got different stuff that I can collect for free, but he wants the same sort of stuff that I could donate just like the other one. So if you donate a bunch of stuff, get in good with the Mercenaries Guild, you should come to every envoy just to be able to collect the free items that they can give you. I also don't know if it's specific, if I have to donate the stuff to this guy to get the stuff for free that he'll give me, or if I can just donate it to any one person and they all just let each other know, hey, this guy's cool, give him free stuff. Not 100% sure on that. Go ahead and collect navigation data. Ooh, nice hat. Okay, we have the same sort of salespeople up here. Just looking around for any of the little navigation datas. Ooh, you're pretty. Ah, you're a C-class. But you see now, this one is a rifle style, as opposed to mine. All of the ones I've gotten so far are pistol style. Ah, this one kind of looks cool, but it's a C. It's a C. I really don't need to spend money on a C-ranked tool. If I can just get an A-ranked rifle, that would be really cool. This one's a B. Doesn't have anything special on it. When you come to a new system, don't forget exosuit upgrades. You come here, you can get a slot. Now, the slot's not free every time. The first one's free. But then every time you come, if you've got units, you can just spend the units for the slot. It's only 5,000, which is peanuts for what I've got right now, so I definitely want to be taking advantage of this every chance I get. I'm going to go ahead and stick this one in the middle here. Okay, there's my upgrade. Let's see, here's a nav data. Should be a, yep, vulnerable server. Don't get a ton of units for doing that, but I'm absolutely still going to do it. Other one. And sometimes, yep, there's another nav data. See what kind of ships we got coming in here. An Explorer C-class, a Shuttle C-class. Nothing that I need. Again, it's more expensive, but I really don't need to waste my time with the ships that are lower class. I'm hoping for A or higher. But then again, I also just kind of want more storage capacity than what I currently have. So if something comes in, like this one right here is an Explorer, it's a C-class, it's got 24 slots on it, whereas mine has 25. So it looks cool. I like the crab claw kind of wings that it's got on it, but this one really isn't that much better than mine. This one's a B, it's got 28. Mine's only got 25. This one would be a little bit better, but I don't have the kind of money to be able to afford it. Realistically, I'm looking for a hauler as opposed to an Explorer, which all of these are Explorers right now. So I'll just have to wait on that a little bit. Okay. The other thing to note is these shops, despite being the same kind of shops, they're going to give different upgrades. So let's see what kind of stuff we can get from them. S-Class thermal protection, S-Class radiation protection. Man, these are also just not that good for the exosuit. Let's see, what about multi-tool? You got anything good on you? Neutron cannon, which I don't have. An S-bolt caster, that wouldn't be bad. An S-pulse spitter. I unfortunately don't have the pulse spitter base technology. So yeah, not terrible, but again, not amazing. Not what I'm really looking for. But that one's a hauler. It's got 30 units on it. It's a C-class, worth 9 million. Whoa. See about Starship research here. Yeah, S-Class reactor. Holy crap. Okay, you are my Starship guy. Hyperdrive module S-Class, Starship shield module S-Class, photon cannon module S-Class, pulse engine module S-Class. You, sir, are going to be my best friend. I still want to get those discounts lower, so I need to actually take time. Like I said before, I'll probably do this off camera, or maybe it'll just be like a quick cut or a montage, but I need to take time to actually go through and get in a better standing with the Korvax. So that's definitely going to be something that I work on. But let's go ahead and progress the story a little bit further. Let's go to that planet, get that node, see what we can do with that. And also remember, we are in a new system, so just like that exotic ship we found last time, there is the chance, it's a lower chance because the economy is lower in this system. Oh, an S-Class hauler, 37 million units, but it's got 36 inventory slots. See, this is what I'm talking about. An S-Class spawning into a 2-star economy system, I believe, is a 1% chance. So this right here, I believe, if my understanding is correct, this right here is a 1% chance of occurring, and we literally just watched it happen. The one thing, the exotic ships, the ones that I think look the coolest, those ones are guaranteed to always be S-Class. So it's just random chance when they show up, either a 1 or a 2% chance, depending. I gotta look at this one. There's no way I'll be able to afford it, obviously, but like, I just want to see what 36 inventory slots looks like. Make an offer. Oh, look at all this inventory. There's like 4 spots missing. You've got an L shape of juiced technology. Holy crap. Okay, I'm drooling over this ship, and I can't be, because there's no way I can afford it. I could sell my soul and not be able to afford this right now. I'm sorry, Rathalos. I love you. You're the starting ship. You're just the basic ship. But I want bigger. I want better. This is a cool shot. You come right out from the space station, and boom, you're looking at this planet and all of its glory. Okay. We needed to get over here. Now, I'm looking at this spot, right? I'm going to try warping to it. I can't warp to it because of the proximity to the space station. So if that ever happens to you, just scoot yourself out a little ways from whatever it's telling you is in the way. Now I'm off to the side of the space station. This green galaxy looks really weird. Or green galaxy. Green system looks really weird. Now that I'm off to the side a little bit, I should be able to go ahead and hit this with a scan, see what we're dealing with here. Copper, uranium, silver, supercritical planet. Huh. Let's find out what that means. Let's get in there, see what we're dealing with. Okay, this is the approximate location of the fuel source. So let's take a little look around. There's a little thing. That's probably what it is right there. Just gonna go ahead and land right here. We'll look for it the old-fashioned way if we have to. Okay, we got radiation on the planet. First contact. I always like being first. Go ahead and get some carbon since it's right here. Big ol' stuff on this planet. Okay. Let's get the scanner out. It is telling me this direction. Whoa. Ho ho. Here's the flying ones. Okay, we are going to take a small little detour here because we have a like a monolith, a tower. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. What is that? Oh my god! I keep getting distracted. I want to do something, and then something shiny shows up, and now I have to do something different. Here's this guy. Here's this guy. Oh, there's something on the other side. Here. Whoa. Is there anybody else? Sir? A lot of these little guys. Oh, you're cute. Okay. Is there anybody else? Anybody seeing red dots anywhere? What's that? Mutant plant. Okay. Don't need to worry about that one so much. What's this? Floating crystal. We can mine those now. Now that we have the advanced mining laser, we can mine the floating crystals, so that's nice. Hip. Okay. Here we go. The heart of the anomaly. Oh, this is where I'm supposed to be. Okay, cool. The structure is unlike anything I've encountered on my journey so far. Everything about it is so obviously alien, so obviously out of place. As I stare at it, words form themselves in my mind, a strange fragment of broken speech.
Is it traveler? Is it friend?
It is traveler. It feels strange responding to questions I am unsure that I am being asked. It's also really cool that we're shifting into nighttime for this sequence. But something has clearly taken notice of my reply. I am overwhelmed by a sense that something has awoken, that someone is watching me. It forms another question.
Is it first? Is it last?
I'm detecting foreshadowing. I'm going to go with it is first. I do not know how I am being spoken to. This monolith is ancient, and I cannot escape the feeling it has asked these questions many times over. It asks again.
Have they seen the Crimson Eye? Has the Crimson Eye seen them?
See, now when I've been interacting with either the Korvax or with some of the terminals, it does talk about how there's like a Crimson Eye that's looking at me. So I guess I'm going to go with both. I've seen it, and it has seen me.
Likelihood of anomaly exceeds safety parameters. Breach detected. Alert. Alert. The boundaries fall. The walls collapse. Your universe awaits. Find us, traveler.
Okay. A little bit of goosebumps going on right there. Not sure exactly what's going on, but that's kind of awesome. Okay, and I believe officially. Let me just take a look here. This is where I do not know what comes after this point. So if you've been watching these videos up to this point, this is where the limit of my knowledge exists. I have not done this mission, Locate Your Benefactor. I've done a little bit of this Exploration Guild stuff. You can see, I talked about it earlier, this shows you how many flora and minerals you can analyze on a planet, but this doesn't give you the nanites. The discoveries, fauna, all the nanites. Wow. Oh, this is an interesting one. Common ground always active, found in north. So I'll have to go check that one out. But this is the only one that gives you nanites. So I can click on minerals. I haven't scanned any, but it doesn't give me any even if I were to scan one. Let me just scan one real quick to show what I'm talking about. Let me scan this plant. Go back into my... I think I've got plant, but it just shows me how many I've scanned. It doesn't give me nanites for it, so just keep that in mind if you're looking for nanites. You got to scan the fauna, not the flora, not the minerals, but if you want to go for completion, which, again, you saw how many systems there were, I'm certainly not going to be going for completion, but if you really wanted to, this exploration guide, I believe, is just a permanent mission that exists in your secondary missions that lets you know how much you've analyzed on a given planet. This, I believe, is going to be a fantastic stopping point. I'm probably going to locate the last fauna on this planet, just because I'm so close to being done with this planet. But then, probably in the next episode, it's going to be a lot of running around gathering. I might show off some of the different planetary charts, since I know more about those than anything else. But now that I've got the antimatter housing recipe, that's definitely going to be a positive. I can start getting more inventory slots. So I think the next goal for me is sort of a multi-step process. I want a number of elements that I can get from the game currently. That includes more inventory slots, more money, more nanites, more starships. So there is sort of a natural progression to all of that, and it's going to be, I need to get more inventory slots. I need to then get Corvette parts to sell. Once I've got Corvette parts to sell, I'll have units. And nanites just kind of come with the territory. I have to be gathering everywhere all the time as much as possible. And so, probably, like I said, next episode it'll just be one big mashup of gathering, collecting, locating, more knowledge words, getting in better with the Corvax to be able to afford their upgrades and things for cheaper, since nanites are a little more rare. Might be more alien hunting to convert those eggs into nanites. So there's just going to be a lot going on, but it's all going to be very grindy, not really progression-y. Another mission did pop up, specifically base computer archives. We can access this and get more blueprints and things, so I might do some of that as well. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. That'll be it for this episode. May your RNG be kind and the desire sensor be blind. Goodbye for now, but not for long.